What's up, YouTube? It's GigStacker. Um, I'm here to talk about, the new things that are going on with me, and I plan on being on for a couple minutes, maybe 10 to 30 minutes, depending on what kind of activity we get going on in here. If people come in and start asking some questions, um, definitely stay on a bit longer. But yeah. Um, So the topic of discussion is, updates slash Q&A. Updates for me. Um, I'm no longer doing Amazon Flex. I have been terminated. It freaking sucks. But that gives me the opportunity to explore new gigs, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm super excited to be exploring new gigs so that I can show you guys, these new gigs that I'm getting into. I've been doing a lot of Field Nation lately. I got a really big project, a month-long project. It's paying 45 an hour, which is freaking awesome. I asked them for more. They declined, but it's all good. It's all good. 45 an hour is not bad. It is most certainly not bad. Um, okay, everybody in the chat, if you got any questions, we're going to be live for the next 10 to 30 minutes, depending on how much activity we get. If you have any questions for me, now is the time. Now is the time to shoot off the questions, and I'll try to answer them off as best as I can to the best of my abilities. Um, so yeah, welcome everybody who's joined in here. Yeah, so what's new? What is new? Corita Jones, he says subdue, so is Field Nation just for tech gigs? No, Field Nation has lots of different gigs on there. The ones that I like to do are the technical ones. Like they even have building gigs where you can build furniture and stuff, which just requires pretty much like a screwdriver, basic tools. But yeah, the ones that I generally get into are the tech, IT, networking, that sort of thing, because they pay really well, and it's stuff that I enjoy to do. Yeah, so what's also new with GigStacker, I recently got a new vehicle. I just got not a brand new. It's new to me. I just got a 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan, and I made sure that it was a newer vehicle so that it was up to snuff with Uber standards, because I really want to get into Uber and start making some videos about that. What about courier gigs? I'm still doing Caviar and Postmates. I am going to be getting into... oh, you're saying does Field Nation have courier gigs? No, Field Nation does not have any courier gigs. It's mostly like physical labor. Like you go to a job site, you complete a task, and the task gets done right then and there. There's no like grab this and take this here, grab this or take that there, or anything like that. At least not that I've ever seen on Field Nation. I don't think it's really the place for that. There's lots of other courier gigs out there that do that. Field Nation is just not one of them. Yep. But yeah, so let me see. Another thing that I'm really interested in getting into with this new truck is, oh my God. So one is Uber, for sure. I'm interested in doing the Uber XL, since it's like lots of load capacity available there. Let me see. Another thing I'm interested in doing, and it's like totally blanking on me right now. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to look this up. It's where you can Turo. There we go. Turo. So with this being a 2013 model, I feel like I should be able to get it on Turo when, let's say, I don't plan on doing any gigs that day, and have somebody rent the vehicle off of my hands. So I'm totally interested in doing that. I think that's it's a good mix of like investment slash gig economy, kind of like Airbnb, where you can rent out a room or rent out your house, or it's like a mix of gig economy and investing, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so this new vehicle, not a new, this newer vehicle to me, kind of fits those roles. But yeah, Caritas, are you on Field Nation? And if so, what have you done on there? So that would be pretty cool to hear. Actually, let me see. Let me log into my Field Nation account real quick. I just want to see. Just want to see what all gigs are available on there. So that is a great question. What way? Let's see. Alright, let me see. Karita Jones says, bruh, I'm at work right now and came across you on my YouTube feed. Oh, gee. Oh, man, you better not get in trouble at work, dude. Better not get in trouble. Where are you working at right now? I'm assuming it's like security where, you don't have to be like actively doing something. Let me see. I just signed up for Field Nation, but I haven't been able to get all into it yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Field Nation. Field Nation can be a lot. Like when I first started on Field Nation, I mostly just did work orders with my brother. Oh shit, you're a network engineer? Dude, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, with those with like network engineer skills, you can make some serious money on Field Nation. Saving the world one cell tower at a time. That's awesome, dude. Um, my brother, I'm not. It's not necessarily the same thing. My brother, the one who got me into Field Nation, he's been doing data center jobs on Field Nation, and those things pay like 70 plus per hour. It's like holy crap. Um, Not necessarily network engineering, more so I guess data center work. But anyways, it's just something that's really cool. Let me see. But I was all up into the computer repair stuff. But it's all like riding a bike. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of people that I talk to that are interested in getting into Field Nation, but aren't necessarily in that line of work right now, come from a background where, they'd help the family repair computers and they'd help with the networking in the house. And anytime there was a technical question, they'd be the one that it comes to, but, they didn't necessarily go and get certifications or anything like that. But I think that Field Nation is a really good way for might not necessarily be for you since you're already in the field, but it might be a good way. Hey, Demondre Harris, how's it going, bro? Demondre from Detroit. What's up, brother? But yeah, I think Field Nation is a really good way for people who aren't necessarily all the way in the tech field to kind of get their foot in the door and make some side money. Not necessarily jump in it and try and do a full time right off the bat, but it's definitely a good way for people to get their foot in the door. You see, Caritas Jones says, I work at night and do Uber and roadie during the day. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Roadie, I don't think I'm too familiar with that. Let me see. Let me see if I can find out what roadie is. Demondre says, yes, sir. Hey, that's what's up. So, across town, across the country, roadie delivers. Oh, so it's kind of like Amazon Flex. Oh, that's cool. Delta, Home Depot, Kroger, Macy's. So they all use roadie. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like they're trying to be the competitor to help companies compete with Amazon, I guess. I mean that's definitely smart because Amazon with their Amazon Flex, like they can get same day deliveries, next day deliveries, and that's really really hard to compete with. So ups to Rody for doing that. I just never I heard the name, but I didn't know like exactly what they were up to. Demondre, I think I responded to one of your comments earlier. Um, Let me see if I remember correctly. You were saying that you were trying to get into Field Nation. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. A look see here. Nope, not analytics. Comments. Demondre. I can't. Nope. 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 Wow, this is kind of far down. Maybe not. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Demondre, that's right. Yeah. Just subscribe, bro. Signing up for Field Nation now. Still working on creating my profile. And then you sent a follow-up message. I have my own tools. I know basics like running cable, simple installation. Um, but you have little experience and you're discouraged. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I didn't see your second comment there. I'll read it in a second here. Let me see. Karita Jones says, Rhodey is sweet. Just pick up random stuff and deliver it across town. They try to lowball a little bit, but you can get around that by just making sure you catch an Uber or Lyft ride in that direct. Dude, that's sick. I used to work for this. Let me see. Demondre said I used to work for this white guy who would get paid 50 per hour to do a job, and he'd pay me. Oh, dude. Yeah. Okay, and he would pay you 13 an hour to do it. Let me see. When I first started Field Nation, I think it was back in 2016, late 2016. This guy, he said he was doing work for somebody just like that. They were getting Field Nation work orders, sending him out to do the work orders, and then they would take like over half of the pay. And he was like, "Hold on, so why don't I just go and do them myself?" And that's what he ended up doing. And he tried really hard to convince me to get into it, but I wanted to make sure that I had an emergency fund before I quit my job at IKEA, because it was a pretty well-paying job at IKEA, and start doing Field Nation full time, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, let me see. Mondre Harris, now I'm interested in that's awesome, dude. Rita Jones, I never heard of Caviar, but it sounds like Rhodey. Um, Caviar is like Postmates, or like Uber Eats. You're just delivering food, but it's usually to like high-end restaurants, and the pay is like really good. Like, I'd say like $7 to $15 per delivery before tips. I said they eating on me, bro. GG, for sure. I mean, it's kind of how it is when you work for somebody else. I see these jobs on Craigslist running cable or fiber. I've never seen that on Craigslist before. That's interesting. That is really really interesting. Teach young black men trade community. Oh, okay, that's cool. Getting as much as you can. Getting started on Field Nation. Okay. Okay, all right. So, Demondre, I got your info. Um, I'll see. I'll see if I can hit you up maybe tomorrow. I think I'm doing one work order. Yeah, I've got one work order tomorrow, and I'm on the West Coast, mind you. Right now, I'm out in Seattle. So, um, let me see. You're in Detroit, so I think you're 3 hours ahead of me. Yeah, it might be late by the time I can hit you up, but I'll definitely try to hit you up. I'll maybe text you before I give you a call. Let me see. Caritas Jones says I see these jobs. Oh yeah, I already read that. Jobs are like, oh, Demondre says where they only want to pay 13 per hour. Wow, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Yeah. So let me see. Caritas says, I was about to ask where you're from. All right. So Caritas, I'm originally from the Washington D.C. area. I was in Maryland, and I've pretty much been there my whole life. A couple of months ago, I think it was back in January, I moved to San Diego because I wanted to have like a West Coast lifestyle and live in the sunny states and whatnot. And then Maryland, exactly. I wonder if you can hear my accent. Um, but yeah, so we moved to San Diego so that my girlfriend was looking for a web development job, could get a job out there, and I figured I could work in the gig economy. I can work wherever I want, so we moved, right? She ended up getting a job up in Seattle, so that's where we are right now. I'm up in Seattle, and I'm out here doing gigs. I'm mostly doing Field Nation. I've been cranking it up for the last couple weeks. Once I, get my vehicle, I'm out here grinding it out. I'm doing at least one job per day, like 5 days per week. And I'm thinking like nights and weekends. Once my sleep schedule gets sorted out, I'm gonna be doing probably like Caviar or Uber or Postmates. Like I really want to pull like 1 to 2 thousand per month. Like if I can do 1 to 2 thousand per month, like after expenses, I'll be very happy. Right now I'm like far below that because I haven't been grinding. But yeah, I'm really gonna try and grind out and pull that off with mixing up some Field Nation and whatnot. Okay, let me see. Carita Jones says my wife had an opportunity to work for Amazon in Seattle, but she didn't want to go. Live in Atlanta. Okay, I mean, man, pay out here is like really good. Like people out here are making bank, but it's expensive too. It's like way more expensive than Atlanta. Let me see. Demondre says, is work plentiful enough out there? Yeah, for sure. Like, I get routed at least 2 to 3 work orders per day. Some of them are some garbage where they're like trying to pay like 15 or 20 bucks an hour, but a good bit of them are like 40 plus, 50 plus per hour. And then on top of that, those are just the ones that get routed to me, right? And then on top of that, I can apply for jobs myself, and with having lots of good reviews, it's not too difficult for me to get consistent jobs going. And like I said, I got this company that I worked with back in Maryland. I got a big project with them where I'm. Can you put on a team? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'd have to look into that. I mean, one way I could think of being able to put on a team would be to start to like have people join underneath of my company banner. So let's say I create GigStacker Technologies, right? And there was a work order that GigStacker Technologies got. I could route that work order to you, with you being, let's say, a contractor for GigStacker Technologies. So I know for sure that works, but I'm not sure if that answers your question of can you put on a team. I think that's what you're asking, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, oh my God, dude, Caritas, Atlanta's really good for their real estate market, though. Not necessarily having anything to do with the gig economy, but shoot, if I was out there, I'd be grinding out as much money as I could to invest in the real estate, give me some rental properties. Shoot, I was looking it up, like duplex, triplex, quadplex, you can get for like sub 200,000, man. It's crazy. Oh, okay, Demondre, that's exactly what you mean. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like with you being a network engineer, I'm assuming you're making bank, and with making the kind of money that network engineers make, living in Atlanta, like if you were to like really really cut your expenses, I mean I don't know what your lifestyle is, but like if you were to have like really low expenses, making that kind of money in a low cost of living area like that, shoot, you could get some serious rental properties going, man. That'd be nuts. But yeah, out here in Seattle, real estate is like dumb expensive. Like a decent sized house, like a 3 bedroom house, is like $600,000. It's kind of crazy. Oh, okay, Caritas. I got a phone full of abandoned properties. I'm trying to flip and wholesale these houses. Yo, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's a good way to get in there. Create some capital. I think where the real money is though is the long term rentals where you can pay off the mortgage and then just like have like crazy good cash flow. Uh, oh yeah, you know what? You know what? Yeah, Seattle would be a really good city to have an Airbnb. Um, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like before I got my apartment, like, cause we've been Airbnbing since we moved to San Diego, cause we didn't know where she was gonna get a job, and we had to be able to move, kind of at the drop of a hat. So we've been Airbnbing, and these Airbnb folks out here making money, yeah, out here making that paper. So that's real out here. You can get a really good markup doing Airbnb, and that's another thing that I'm really interested in doing. Not necessarily right now, but hopefully, like once I settle down and get married, we'll be able to combine our money towards big goals like buying Airbnbs or rental properties or things of that nature. Let me see. Karita says, true. Be 40 in July. Okay. So I'm trying to set these rental properties up to be retired by 50. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Flan Corp. How do you tell if a boy likes you? Generally, a boy will come up and tell you, because guys are generally pretty upfront. How to tell if a girl likes you? It's very subtle cues. Very, very subtle cues you got to pick up on. Let me see. Demondre Harris says, I feel you had a head start by working for cable installation. Oh, bro, like you say, the conversation was easy. I worked for Field Nation under the dude, James Tech, cool, but only for like 2 months. Okay. So here's the thing, right? So you have experience doing Field Nation jobs just under somebody else, and you feel uncomfortable going out there and getting the jobs yourself because you've had the jobs kind of fed to you. That's kind of a similar situation to what I had. Let me see. You feel like you still need training. Yeah. I'll definitely hit you up tomorrow when I get a chance, and we'll talk about it, because your situation is very similar to what I went through. I guess the big difference for me is that my brother had been doing Field Nation for like a year or two, and anytime I felt like I was on site and was scared about something, I could give him a call, and he'd pick up and he'd help me walk me through it. Or I'd use Google, or call support, but I mean, definitely having somebody in your corner is like really, really, it like helps ease the stress of going out on your own. But I feel like you've been able to do Field Nation jobs with James Tech, so I mean you should be good. It's just a matter of like getting your mindset to a point to where you feel like you're good. You feel like you're good. Okay. And by the way, guys, if you look, it's that way. If you look right there, that's my Twitch. So I stream on Twitch. I play Fortnite. I play a couple other games. I do some IRL streams, Chief Gigs. I wear my dashiki, and so I'm probably going to be most likely getting on that after I get off of this. So after I'm off of this, if you guys want to still hang out, I'll probably be playing some Fortnite on there. But yeah, Demondre, one of the really interesting things about Field Nation, I was just discussing this with my brother, is that there is no training that sets you up perfectly to do Field Nation, because you need so many skills from different branches. Like you need to understand networks, you need to understand computers, you need to understand cabling, terminations, jacks. Like if you take the A+ and pass the A+, it doesn't teach you necessarily how to do Field Nation. If you take the Network Plus and pass the Network Plus, it doesn't teach you necessarily how to do Field Nation. As far as I know, there is no single training, because it's so expansive. There's so many different things you could run into on Field Nation. Like, you feel like you still need training. Shit, I feel like I still need training. I learn new stuff every day, but I'm comfortable going out and doing things that I don't know and learning either before I get there or learning on site. So you just need to have like a an open-minded learning mentality with true grit to where you can get through any situation. Chris Jones says, like I was saying, I've never been the software hardware setup guy, but my cousin does it. Oh, okay. Might have to put him on this, and he and I collaborate on some of these jobs on Field Nation. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. If this work is plentiful on Field Nation, I'm going to get myself up to speed. I'm a network engineer, but if I stay in this network IT field, I want to jump over to cybersecurity. Okay. So if you're interested in moving over to cybersecurity, Field Nation isn't necessarily like the platform for that. Like it's more for field work. Let me see, my cousin is already set up to get government contracts and stuff with the state of Florida. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, yeah, it's field work. It's not it's like you're the hands-on engineer, you know? Like there's like software guys who I'll be on the phone with while I'm on site, and I'm their eyes and their hands, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna open up this port, plug this into that port, switch this to that port, create this termination, run this to this register. I'm gonna open up the port for that. So like, the guys on the phone, I guess that would more so be like what you're doing, but they're not in the field. I'm in the field, field engineers or field technicians, you know, doing the hands-on work. Let me see. Demondre Harris says, I feel you. I know it's going to be like that, and honestly, that's why I love the job, because when I get done, I feel so accomplished. Exactly. Coming from my background, I hear you, everything you're saying. Yep. Focal point is configuration. See, Karita says, my focal point is configuration of routers and switches. Usually if we can't fix it, we call the field guy to go to demarc and check the voltage, all that stuff. Yeah, so Karitas, so pretty much like I was saying, like the work that you do right now is the work of the people that I call when I'm on site. So it's two completely separate things. It's I'd say it's definitely cool if you wanna if you like, let's say, have a weekday off, because most of the jobs are on weekdays, or if there's like some night job. Most of the jobs are in the morning. Oh wait, you say you work at night. So most of the jobs are in the morning, like I was saying. And so if you just want to make some extra money in the morning while you're not working at night, that's totally a thing you could do. But I definitely wouldn't suggest for somebody like you to switch over to Field Nation, because it's not necessarily the field that you're trying to get into. All right, let me see. Stream lagging. I'm logging out, brother. Contact me when you can. All right, sounds good. Let me see. Caritas, is the stream lagging for you? Let me see. I heard everything you said. I never left the screen until. Okay. All right. Later, Mondre, my brother. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it's stable on my end. I don't have any drop frames or anything. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, stream's definitely stable on my end. But yeah, so Caritas, like for you, I would definitely say give it a shot. Use it as an extra source of income, like in the mornings when you don't have anything else to do. But I would not suggest for you to try to switch over and do Field Nation full time. Like that government contract that you're talking about with your cousin, like that sounds dope. Like that sounds like a really good opportunity. Let me see. It's a few old heads here in here that were field techs before they came inside to work at the desk. Okay, cool. Yeah. One thing I will say about Field Nation though is like it's not something that I'd want to do forever, because it is very labor intensive, and I'm 30 years old now, and at some point I'm not going to want to be doing backbreaking labor anymore, Like I'd probably want to switch over and start working in the office with you. Yeah, it's cool for me right now. I still feel young, but when I'm 40, 45, 50, 60. I don't know if I still want to be out in the field, you know? Okay, let me see. I wish I would have went the field route first so I know both sides. Okay. Dude, I work next to the 65-year-olds. It's scary. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yep. All right. So, if anybody else has any more questions, let me know. I think I'm going to be wrapping it up in the next 5 to 10 minutes and switching over to playing some Fortnite on my Twitch channel at Chief Gigs. Any more questions for the GigStacker? Oh, wait. There was one more thing I was interested in talking about. Oh, let me see. Caritas Jones says, yeah, but I don't want to hold you, man. Good talking to you. I work nights, so I'll be checking for you. Cool. Yeah, so one last thing I wanted to bring up was that... Actually, let me check my email real quick. Oh, wait, was it? No. Okay, actually, let me check my website. Derp. GigStacker.com. Alright, so... Oh, wow. No. My domain is down? Okay, well, I'll have to check into that. Well, that sucks. Anyways, yeah, so there's a couple of other gigs where you can do IT work, like outside of Field Nation. And so, I'm really interested in looking into those because they seem like they are some really good opportunities. Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me take a look here. Yeah, so my boy A. Kent, let me see. I did like a Discord call with him. He had some questions about Field Nation and helped him out there a little bit, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, so there's Work Market and OnForce, both companies where it's kind of similar to Field Nation. And when you do jobs on Field Nation, the company, Field Nation, they take 10% of your cut. So 10% goes towards Field Nation, their service fee. So if let's say you're doing a job that pays $45 an hour, they're going to take $4.50 out of that, right? So you end up only making $41 an hour pretty much. And then on top of that, there's like a 1.8% fee for insurance if you don't have your own business insurance to cover any damages you might cause while you're doing a job. But with Work Market, they charge the service fee to the company that is purchasing your services, which means that if they're paying $45 an hour, you get to keep the entire $45 per hour. If they're paying $80 an hour, you get to keep that entire $80 per hour instead of Field Nation, which would take $8 out of that, or $4 out of the $40 per hour, 10%, whatever that works out to be. So I'm really interested in signing up for Work Market, and I'm gonna have to look into OnForce as well and see exactly how that works out. All right, but that is my time, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be switching over to Twitch at Chief Gigs. If you guys want to check me out there, I'll be going live there in about 5 minutes wearing the dashiki. Caritas Jones, thanks for hanging out. Demondre Harris, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.